Catch and fire. It's on the... He made it! Oh my God! Wow!
Hello and welcome inside Platt Arena. I'm Ryan Lockhart, joined here by Abdul Kamara for this contest. It's going to be your number 21 Huntington University Forsters coming in at 15-6, 4-5 in the Crossroads League, taking on the St. Francis Cougars. The Cougars come in 16-4, 7-2. And Abdul, we got a ranked Crossroads League matchup on our hands. It didn't favor the Forsters last time so much these two teams met. We're going to hit on that. But Abdul, a great contest in this one. What are you expecting from your home Foresters?
Honestly, Ryan, I'm expecting a great game from the Foresters. I'm expecting them to get a quick start, play hard and do what they do. Play ball, of course, control the rebounds, because in the last game, they did everything they had to do with the rebounds. They had more rebounds than St. Francis. They're able to control the boards on that spectrum. And, of course, they got to keep the ball moving. I'm expecting some great assists here for the Foresters. I want some nice stuff. I want to see what they can really do. Keep the ball, find the open man, and then take the shot.
Abdul, you talk about the great assists that you want. Right now, Sam Hamo leads the Crossroads League in assists at 5.64 assists per game. But Abdul, the Foresters led all season, no doubt, by senior sensation Sarah Fryman, 22 points a game. Abdul, coming into this game, she sits 9th place on the all-time scoring list at 1,634 points. Only 2 points away from moving into 8th place. We expect that to come pretty early in this matchup.
Yes, we do. Sarah Fryman, when she gets going, she gets frying. So come on now. You can't stop her. Come on, Ryan.
Now, Abdul, on the other side, the St. Francis Cougars coming in at number 11. They are paced. Leading scorer is Applegate with 14.7 points per game. She's only started 10 games, played in 11 this season. So you want to look at their, totals, their point getter from all season long. That would go to McBriar. She started and played in all 20, as well as with Kara Gurka. But McBriar comes in 14.2 points a game, Abdul. And outside of that, she shoots 76% from the line and 43% from the field. What do the Forsters have to do today to slow her down?
Honestly, Ryan, it all depends on defense. Making sure that you're accountable for your man, making sure that you're there to grab him. And McBriar, she's impressive, man. She was 4 for 4 without a doubt on the from the three-point line, and it was amazing. I got to give it to her. So if they just keep the defense going and stay strong and adamant, we'll see what could happen.
We're going to go ahead and take you through our keys to the game here. First, for the visiting St. Francis Cougars, Abdul, take us through them.
So for the St. Francis, we're going to have keep on the three-point line, keep shooting, let the ball go in, and do what they do. Play ball, Keep the ball, keep passing the ball. They had a great assist last game, so let's see what they can do this game. And, of course, get more rebounds. You could never rebounds. Get more rebounds.
And on the other side for Huntington, they need to control the rebounds. Also control ball movement. Those are two big key stats there last game that we mentioned a little bit. And the biggest one, I think, our master key, get a quick start to the game. A slow start their last game really hurt them against Taylor. We'll see if they can get to it here. Abdul, we got the tip-up coming off next. We're going to have our starting lineups on the other side of the break. I'm Ryan Lockhart with Abdul Kamara. We got a great one on our hands. It's number 21 versus number 11 here inside Platt Arena. Don't go anywhere. This is HU Women's Basketball right here, FDN Sports. and welcome back inside Platt Arena in beautiful Huntington, Indiana. That's just a little bit snowy and rainy today, Abdul. Woo-hoo. First, for your visiting St. Francis Cougars starting lineup, number 5, junior Sydney Crow. Number 10, Lauren McCryer, the junior, their leading scorer. Number 20, Savannah Buck, the senior from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Number 21, Kara Gurka, another senior on this squad. And rounding them out, number 24, Lindley Kisser, the junior from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Abdul, this squad for St. Francis, 16-4, 7-2 in conference, and one of those conference wins against the Foresters. Why don't you go ahead and take us through their lineup now?
Now, the lineup for the Foresters, we have number 5, Erin Moore, the senior. Number 12, Sarah Fryman, the senior. Number 20, Sam Hamill, the junior. And number 22, Sarah Doy, the sophomore. And number 55, Alexandria Bope. And their record, 15-6 in the league, 4-5 in the conference. You got to give it to the Foresters. Let's see what they can do tonight.
Assistant coaches for the Foresters, Joanne Green, Max Schroyer, Haley Krewald, a familiar face for your Foresters. And as always on the sideline, heading that bench, Lori Culler in her 34th season. Abdul on the other side, it's Tom Reams, Scott Weasel, Paige Fierce, and Steve Buck, assistant coaches, and Jason Ridge in his 5th season here for the Cougars. Abdul, a win today for the Cougars would mark the 50th win in conference for head coach Jason Ridge.
Wow.
Of the Cougars. The Cougars come out black unis, white numbers, and blue Cougars across the chest. Huntington, the olive greens with the green numbers, green letters, and white trim. A few off-ball rotations here. Right over Gurka with it. 6 on the clock. Buck will take a 3. That's up. No good. High off the iron. Somehow Gurka comes up with it, but Bope able to steal it away from her.
It's a great effort there from St. Francis.
Hamill now driving around there. She'll kick over. Moore thought about the 3. Gets it around the elbow inside to Bope. Bope the turnaround. Nothing there. Good defense inside for the Cougars. Huntington doing a great job of passing this rock around, Abdul, right now. Hamill driving baseline. She'll kick out. Moore, Doy, a 3-pointer on the wing. That's up. That's no good. High off the iron, just like the one for the Cougars, Abdul.
Yeah. So unfortunately, she was open on that one there, Ryan.
Both teams' possession lasts about a minute total, and Gurka's going to be the first one that comes up with the basket here inside Platt Arena. 2-0 Cougars lead.
Great take there by Gurka. Way to find the back of the rim.
Abdul, we saw both teams good passing. Now Moore gets a good pass. Can't finish it off, though. And Buck able to steal the ball away. Moore bringing that ball right down. Abdul, I would have liked to saw her go right back. She had a nice look.
Yeah, honestly. I just think she wasn't able to get the hand on it.
Isler's 3, no good. Fryman an early rebound. Hamill off and running. Now she'll take a shot, no good off the iron, but Fryman, who else, Abdul, coming up with that rebound?
Come on now.
Bope once Doy finds her on the wing, a big mismatch with Gurka on her. Now they get it to Hamill on the right wing, under 10 on the clock. Hamill thought about driving in. Now she'll give it to Bope. 4 on the clock, and the Foresters get it.
That was a great way to finish that play right there.
Abdul, both teams on the board, and both of them looking inside here. This could be a trend.
Let's see what happens.
You know, Huntington likes to shoot it from deep. On the season, the Foresters, though, as a team, only 30%. Fryman, her 3-point numbers have dipped. She's down to 29 on the season. Gurka, I think they want to say she walked across the paint there, Abdul, but we're not going to get that call tonight.
I still got to say, great take by her. She's doing everything she can to keep the team up.
Moore, a 3-pointer. That's up, in and out, no good.
Yeah, that has to hurt, man. It looked like it was going to fall from here.
Abdul, we can at least count a point on that, right? You know, it did drop for a second.
For sure, it definitely touched a little bit in net. I got to give it to her.
Cougars driving inside here, able to get another one. That's Crow with it. And now a 6-2 lead. St. Francis up on this one. Over to Fryman they go. Travel called on Hamill. That's going to be going the other way.
It's hard.
Turnover number 2 on the day for Huntington. Early turnover for the Forcers. They're down in this one 6-2. But Abdul, we've seen, a three-pointer arguably go in and out for the Forcers. That's good, at least here early on.
Yeah, for sure.
Back out, Kinsler with the three, no good. That's her second missed three of the day.
There we go now. Sarah Doyle taking it down the court, trying to see what she can do. Looking for her team, passing it to Fryman. Oh, Fryman with the pump fake. Back to Bope. Out to Moore.
Moore thought about it. She'll take it from the elbow. That's no good there. And we're going to get a push on Hamill. Buck went to the ground.
Wow, that's a call right there, I got to say. Definitely wasn't intentional, but it's fair.
Buck looks to be up and all right. And our first substitution of the day going to come for the Cougars. Kistler sits down in number 40. Leia Leatherman, the freshman from Albion, Indiana, checks in. She went to Central Noble High School, a 6'1" center. McBriar thought about it. She'll have Hamill on her. We know Hamill's a really good defender, just so quick with the hands. Could be one of McBriar's lower scoring days. Step back three for her, no good. And Abdul, we see the early pressure from Hamill getting to McBriar just a little there.
And as she should, she has to keep that pressure on because if McBriar gets going, we don't know what's going to happen.
And that's all Hamill wants is a little bit of that pressure. Shot inside the arc, no good from Moore. McBriar with it, looked like she had a carry, no call there. Three-pointer, Gurkha, that's up. Looks short, it is, off the front of the iron. And Fryman battles for it. Heron Gurkha, for the last 4 years, Abdul, that's been a great battle no matter what court we're on. The Fryman-Gurkha matchup, they're guarding each other now, so I think we're going to see another part to this series.
Would not be surprised.
Inside to Hamill, she can't convert there, but what a nice feed.
Beautiful.
By Bope. Eyes in the back of her head, it almost seemed like.
Definitely, man.
Now the ball working its way around. Hand call on Doy down low. That's going to be her first. This game here, Abdul, Sarah Doy's second start of the season, had to start last game against Taylor. We see Crow and McBriar take a seat. Number 12, Tanya McKenzie, the sophomore from Plainfield, Indiana, into the ball game. Now inside, Cougars can't get that one to fall. Bope on the rebound. Beautiful. That was number 4, Cassidy Crawford, the freshman. She checked in at that break as well. Fryman, the step back. Woo! That's good. Woo-wee.
That was something. Got to give it to her. Way to get her team back in this game.
Abdul, for a split second, I thought that shot may have been rushed a little bit, but then again, I forgot. It's Sarah Fryman. The step back is her moneymaker.
Come on now. Let's stop playing games. Let's get serious.
Forster still down 2 in this one. The freshman going up against Bope. Bope goes down awkwardly. Freshman Leatherman able to get that one to fall. Leads to a 4-point lead. Bope looks to be all right, Abdul. I'm not sure what happened on that play.
Had to be probably a misstep. Nothing crazy. She realizes it. She's going to fix it.
Bope now going to get a substitution here. She'll come out with Doy as Erica Zook, number 11, gets her first minutes today, as well as number 3, the freshman sensation, Elena Rongos. Rongos from Columbia City High School, her last season. Previously played for the Cadets before that, but Abdul, dead ball right here. So we're going to slow down with the girls a little bit. It seems like we've been in a track meet almost.
Honestly, I was just going to say, Ryan, these girls are neck and neck right now. They're fighting for everything. And they're, like you said, that quick start, they're definitely pushing it.
Hamill gets an offensive rebound there. Somehow finds Fryman down low. She finds Moore. Moore puts it up, no good. Honestly, and the Forcers have had looks inside, Abdul. They just can't capitalize.
Beautifully, Ryan. They're doing everything they can to get the great pass. It's just, like you said, they're not capitalizing, and that's a problem.
Crawford to McKenzie with it. McKenzie on the wing, and a carry for her. That's going to be a turnover. Another substitution. Gurkha takes a seat. Crow back in. Abdul, a little look at the season series between these two teams. Huntington versus St. Francis has not been a favorable matchup for the Forcers. They are 10-22 all time, currently on a 4-game losing streak.
Whoa.
They are 6-8 at home compared to 4-14 away, though. The last 10 matchups, the Forsters are 2-8 versus the Cougars, and Huntington, though, looking to be victorious today. Little flicker of the lights here on the gym, Abdullah. I think everything's all right. Hard foul inside. McKenzie goes into Rongos. She's going to go to the line for 2 more, and that's going to be Rongos' first foul of the game. Slew of substitutions in for the Cougars. Buck, Crawford, and Leatherman all sit down. McBriar, Kinsler, and number 31, Whitney Will, the junior from Fort Recovery, Ohio, getting her first minutes of the day. Now Erin Moore, she'll take a seat in her first minutes. Deja Drake, the freshman from Spencer, Indiana. First free throw is up and good for McKenzie. McKenzie, 42% free throw shooter, Abdul.
42%.
On the season after that make, she is 10 of 22 on the season. She'll miss her second one. That makes us a 5-point game with just over 3 to go here. Yeah. Fryman finally gets it on the wing. She's got McKenzie on her. It looks like a double team coming. Sarah gets a shot off, and she gets the bucket.
And honestly, you just got to look at how beautiful. Oh, and Zook now with the turnover. Woo. And man, that was a beautiful steal there by Zook. Way to be attentive, you know. Catch up to the player, catch up to the ball, do her thing. But unfortunately, they weren't able to capitalize on that either. But Ryan, I was going to say, you got to give it to Fryman, man. The way she just pats that ball, and it's like a rainbow almost. You know, you ever see a storm, and then like they say, a rainbow after the storm, always. That's what I look at Fryman's shot. It's like a rainbow.
Drive here from McKenzie. A nice little Euro step in and out, though.
Beautiful setup there. I got to give it to her.
Good job by Rongos to not fall for the Euro and reach there.
Definitely.
Kinsler got a hand on that ball, but not enough to deteriorate Hamill. Rongos going inside. She puts one up. No good there.
Almost there. Forrester's doing everything they can to get to the basket, but they have to capitalize.
McKenzie looking inside. Rongos, good defense once again. Can't get 2 hands on the ball. Fryman going with Whitney Will a little bit there. Both girls collide on the ground. Will gonna get a foul there. And now we're going to see McKenzie sit down. Gurka back in the game. And Abdul, quite a bit of substitutions for the Cougars so far. How do you think that plays to one of their strong suits maybe?
Honestly, watch. Second half, you're going to see how it plays to their strong suits. I'm telling you, man. Being able to utilize your bench and rotate perfectly and rotate at an efficient time, you see the benefits as time goes on.
Will able to win that battle against Fryman. They're going to say Fryman touched it last. Going to be the Cougars' ball here. That's going to be turnover number 5 for Huntington.
This ball must be slippery today, Ryan. Slippery slope, if you ask me.
You know, Abdul, I thought outside, speaking of slippery, with the roads, you know, with it being all snowy, I thought it'd be slick outside. It's not, though. Maybe the ball's taking that.
Tell me about it.
Zook able to poke that one away momentarily.
Great defense by Zook.
Crow uses a pick, a nice spin inside. Wow, what a move by Crow there. That was a thing of beauty, Abdul.
Yeah, she read the floor beautifully on that one. Gotta give it to her. Great shot. She deserves that one.
6-11, your Forsters down here with 1:14 remaining in this first quarter. Hamill looking to drive. Now she'll spin back. Kick over to Rongos. Rongos wasn't ready. Another turnover there for Huntington.
Gotta say, I feel like it was for Zook. It looked like it was going to Zook, and just Rongos realized that, oh no, this is not going the direction that we planned.
Now Hamill gonna take a seat after that last turnover. Coach Kohler gonna talk to her a little bit, and Abdul, I would give a good piece of my tuition to just get inside some of those coaches talks with either, you know, Ty Platt, Coach Kohler, just the knowledge they both have.
Yeah, for sure. You know, being able to hand down your experience from generation to generation is a beautiful thing. And shout out to these coaches for being able to do that with these girls and boys.
Drake loses that one. Buck comes up with it, and she goes down. Looks like Zook's going to be the recipient of that foul.
Listen, Ryan, I'm going to tell you now.
It's going to be Rongos, actually.
We're going to have to mop this floor. I don't know what's going on. We're just going to have to mop the floor. Tell the mops to do everything, you know. Make it like a lawnmower. It's crazy, man. No one wants to get hurt. Let's hope that these girls don't get hurt because it's a lot of slipping. It's a lot of slipping and a lot of action.
Rongos now 2 fouls on her. She's going to take a seat as Boat comes back in. That sends Buck to the line. Buck is a 73% free throw shooter.
Now that's scary.
That was number 20 on the season she made. Buck's second one good as well. Makes this a 7-point ball game with 38 seconds remaining. Now Doi trying to get around this trap coming from the Cougars. Gets it off to Zook. Zook drives left side. She'll step back. 25 on the clock. She's in trouble. Fryman step back in the corner. That's good.
Rainbow. Come on now.
Only a 2, Abdul, but a made shot right now. Cuts this lead to 5 for Huntington.
Trying to keep the girls in the game. That's what you got to do as a leader of the team.
Shot clock turned off. 8 on the clock. Boat gets a hand on it. Zook to steal. 5 on the clock. Zook's got to be aware of it. Ball going to get tipped. One ref looks confused. The other goes with Huntington. I like that call, Abdul. No. Which I think that's fair. It looked like Buck got the last hand on it. 1.7. Doi. Shot going to fall short there, but Huntington cuts it back to a 5-point lead. 13-18. Your Forsters down to number 11 St. Francis. This is HU Women's Basketball. We'll be right back here on FDN Sports. Hello and welcome back inside Platt Arena for second quarter action here. Your Forsters taking on St. Francis Cougars. Doi gets her shot blocked by the freshman Leatherman there. Now she'll bring it up herself.
Great block there by Leatherman. Got to give it to her. Gurka now with the ball. Oh, great passing here by St. Francis.
Cougars have been able to look inside quite a bit. That's where the majority of their points have come now. McBriar against Zook. Zook, good defensive work there. Beautiful. That leads to a steal by Fryman.
Great job for the Foresters. Way to stay strong on the defense, not giving any open gaps.
Buck on Zook. She'll give it off. Doi to Fryman. Fryman the 3. That's up. No good. Missed everything but the backboard on that, Abdul.
Hey, when she slows down the shot, we'll see what happens. Right now, she's trying to keep the team back in shape, so let's see what goes on.
8-13 your score, excuse me. Under 9 to go here.
Cougars doing everything they can to slow the ball down. I like this tempo right now. They're being smart, you know. Not rushing their shots. They realize that they're ahead, and they're doing everything they can to keep that lead.
6 on the clock and a late foul call here, Abdul, by the official under the hoop. Gurka just barely got that shot off. Coach Culler not a fan of it. But Gurka gonna go to the free throw line here. She's a 55% free throw shooter in her first one. No good there. Right now, St. Francis on the day, only their second miss. They're 3 for 5. Gurka's second one up and good though. So the Cougars 3 for 6 on the day. Excuse me, 4 for 6. 14-8 your score inside to Fryman. Little step back by her, no good. Drake in there fighting for the rebound. But it's going to be Crow that comes up with it.
Cougars again showing that slow play, you know, not rushing the ball, looking for the open man, trying to play smart instead of aggressive.
Buck looking for McBriar, finds her now inside. Leatherman with it. She'll kick to the corner. Crow had it momentarily, lost her dribble.
Big ball there by Drake.
Abdul Drake, one of the freshmen on this team, I'm really excited about. She'll get subbed out here by Aaron Moore. But I think Drake has a lot of potential, especially inside a Coach Lori Kohler squad.
Yes, sir.
She kind of plays, you know, like Sam Hamill, Haley Krewald of the past, with a lot of that energy and enthusiasm.
Yes, sir.
She's one of those players I can see Coach, you know, putting a few little tweaks on her. Easily an all-conference member right there. That's all it takes.
All it takes, like you said, that's all it takes. Let's see what she can do in the future, though. Looking forward to her success.
Three-pointer by Leatherman, no good there. The freshman couldn't get that to fall. Abdul, she has made 2 on the season, but after that missed 3, that leaves her 2 of 8 on the season. Hand off to Fryman. Doy looking inside, and Bope just ran out of room down low. Another turnover for Huntington. Abdul, number 8 on the day for them.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to find the open man, but the same way they're guarding St. Francis, the same way St. Francis is guarding them. No gaps. They're not leaving any room for mistakes. This is not going to be an easy game, Ryan.
Now, Abdul, because of that, do you look for more off-ball screens?
I do, most definitely. Because if the better you play off the ball, don't double team, be smart about it, you're going to get more open looks.
Doy, good help defense there. That stops the shot momentarily. But Gurka gets her own shot and puts it right back.
With the double take, that was something else.
Abdul, Cougars lead by 8 right now, but it's been the turnovers that have hurt the Forcers. Nice spin there by Fryman. The floater, and it falls.
I'm telling you, I'm about to start calling him Rainbow Fryman because I can't. These shots are just amazing. I got to give it to her.
Buck looking inside. Freshman. She goes up. Leatherman can't get it to fall. Buck going to run to the corner and save the ball. Under 7 now on the clock. Spot up 3 for her. Bang! She hits that one.
She knew that was going in. You got to give it to Buck on that one, man.
Woo. Cougars lead this one by 9 now, 19-10.
And here they go. We can't let the Cougars get too comfortable at this three-point line.
Hamill going behind her back. Hand off to Moore. The Forcers really need an answer here. They're going to say that one's going the other way. Tipped out by Huntington.
Dang. It definitely looked like someone tipped it. Thought the Cougars had it, but hey, ref knows best.
Gurka and Leatherman both sit down. And for them, Will, as well as number 4, Crawford. Moore gets a hand on that, but it goes right back to Buck. Now that leaves Huntington in unfortunate numbers and a 3, no good. Will able to get the rebound over Moore, though. They're going to call double dribble here by her. And Abdul only turnover number 5 for St. Francis compared to 8 from Huntington.
Listen, this is where St. Francis could easily pull away. It's 10-19. If they start leading by 10 and, you know, Foresters start losing their motivation, they got to keep pushing.
Forcers have been quiet from deep, 0 of 3. 3 here could really help, but in the paint, not getting much help either, Abdul. They're getting outscored by the Cougars, 12-4. 3 by Doy, that's high, no good. Crawford the rebound, and the Cougars off and running. Nobody picks her up. Bope finally does at the hoop. She puts up a shot, and she's going to get fouled. That's going to be on Bope, her first of the ball game. But that's going to send Crawford to the line for 2.
Wow.
Doy takes a seat as Jade Clement, the junior, checks in for her first minutes of the day. Abdul Clement on the season started 19 games. Didn't play against Taylor. Didn't start this ball game. First free throw good by Crawford.
We'll see what she can do. The rotations haven't been really maximized here for the Foresters, I gotta say. So let's see if Clement and her being on the field does anything different for the Foresters.
Both shots good by Crawford there. Huntington now down double digits. Down 11 in this ball game. Now Clement looking for something. Nothing there. The defense has been solid here from the Cougars. Moore gets her hand on that missed shot. No good. And she can't even come up with it, Abdul.
Foresters had to control the rebound here. Buck now with the ball. Cougars doing everything they know how to do.
Big defensive possession here for the Foresters and not going double digits even more. Gurka finds Buck with the quick pull.
And ooh.
Now Will going into Bope. They're going to call a foul against her.
Bope, got to give it to Bope's defending. There's not really much you can do in that situation. You know, keep your hands up and hope that the foul doesn't get called.
And Abdul, I agree with you. I like the defense there by Bope, standing arguably right there in a position under the basket where defense can't do much more.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what more you would ask of Bope in that situation.
Exactly.
Bope now, though, with 2 fouls, she's going to be taken out. And for her, number 44, Maddie Robrock. She's a freshman from right here in Huntington, Indiana, went to Huntington North. Robrook and Fryman, the only 2 from Huntington North, so we'll see the pipeline go on for a few more years. Both free throws good. A 13-point ball game.
Man, they like the free ones. I got to give it to them. I don't blame them. I'm the same way.
Abdul at the line. The Cougars are 6 of 8 right now. But I think the story of the game so far has really been how the three-pointers not helped either team. St. Francis 1 of 9. Huntington 0 of 5.
Yeah. Today's just a real rocky day. You know, you expect that St. Francis to come in here with the same attitude they had last game, a little bit with the same, you know, mentality, free throws, bossing, and Fryman just missing that.
Fryman shot no good. They're going to say it went off the leg of a Cougar. 4:39 on the clock. Right now your leading scorer for Huntington is Fryman. She's your leading rebounder as well. On the other side for the Cougars, Buck's the leading rebounder with 4. Gurka leading scorer with 7. Moore the three-pointer, way too long there. McKenzie pushes it left side. She's got Jade on her. Gets her to spin, and a nice hand there by the freshman Robrook. And they're going to call a foul on McKenzie.
Yeah, she really wanted to get that ball back to her teammates right there. She was willing to die for that.
McKenzie was on the ground committing that foul, but it looked like Huntington had a break that was starting there.
Yeah, most definitely. Again, Foresters got to look for the open man. They got to start passing. Like you said, Ryan, play off ball. You know, off ball offense. And, ooh.
Fryman, a spin move there. Can't get her shot to fall, but she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Head coach Jason Ridge in disbelief here, saying his woman wasn't out of the spot there. She was in good spot in the paint, but
you know, if every coach got that call, if every coach, you know, argued that same thing, you know, a lot of coaches would be rich right now.
It would be interesting how it would work if, you know, every coach won any call they argued, Abdul.
Exactly.
Fryman's first one good. Second one on the way. That's good as well. She gives Huntington 4 points now here in the second quarter. The Cougars outscoring them 10-4. Abdul, what's really been something that's helped the Cougars get to this big scoring run in the second quarter?
They're passing, you know, being able to slow the ball down, look for the open man, and the fact that Foresters keep kind of trying to double team them as well. You know, like with them double teaming, you can't double team one person and expect someone else not to be open, you know.
Travel called on Crawford there. Abdul, that could have been key because that could have been a foul against Fryman.
Of course.
That would have been number 2 on her, but for Huntington, they finally get a few fouls to go their way. Fryman gets fouled on one end, able to pick up Crawford on a travel for a turnover. Now a little bit of momentum, Abdul. A bucket here could cut this back to single digits.
And that's exactly what they need, Ryan. And again, you know, not playing the fast game. And Fryman now with the shot. Woo! On the three-point line. There you go. Able to look for the open man. And this full court press here for Forrester.
The three by Fryman gives her 13 now. And Abdul, we talked about it. All it took was a big shot. Fryman gets a steal here. Her and Drake collide. I think Fryman got the steal, lost the ball to Drake, so Fryman should still be credited with it, correct?
Just some teammate love, you know, nothing new.
Fryman puts up a shot in the paint.
Again, come on now.
Abdul, I don't know how she got that off. Two girls surrounding her. And the Forcers rolling here a little bit. 23-17, they're back in this one. McBriar's in trouble. Drake able to get it. Crawford's all over. She gets it off to Hamill. Under 3 to go here, Abdul. Hamill now looking to drive inside. The step back. Can't get that to fall.
Forrester's fighting to get back in this game. You see it in the effort. You see it in their passion. Let's see what they do. McKenzie now driving to the basket. She got a travel call.
Obvious travel there, Abdul, but what about the Forsters? A 7-0 run by them to get back into this ball game.
That's that quick start we wanted the Foresters to come in with. That's that mentality they need to have in order to win this game.
Abdul, it looked like Huntington was almost counting their Cougars, you could say. They looked like they were giving up early here, but a 7-0 run and a few turnovers by the Cougars. Forsters look like they're rolling. Now Drake commits a turnover. That one blocked by Gurka. Abdul, turnovers 10-9. Huntington with the 10. Inside to Leatherman they look. Freshman on freshman here. Cougars kick it around. They want to look back inside. 15 on the clock.
And here we go, Ryan. This is that no-gap defense they got to start playing. Stay on your man. Stay hard. And they let Book get the shot. And, Buck unable to make that shot. Leatherman with the rebound, though. And back to Buck. Again, Buck slowing it down. She understands.
Abdul, only the third offensive rebound for the Cougars, but a big one as Huntington's trying to get back in this ball game.
Yes, sir.
Down 6 right now. Buck can't get that one to go. Excuse me. She's got 5 points on this one. Now over Fryman. She thought about the 3. She'll take a step inside. Bam! Cashes that one. 17 for her in this one, Abdul.
Fire today.
Abdul, she's got 17 of the 19 for Huntington.
Yes, sir.
We talked about her. She's our player to watch in this one. Crow now looking to move the ball around. Fryman's also got 6 rebounds. Gurka looks inside. Leatherman right inside to Fryman. And Fryman's going to pick up the foul. Abdul just about a second and a half late on the rotation there.
No, and that honestly, that's what you want her to do. You know, nobody was down there. She had to step up. She had to step up and get that foul for the team. Make them work for the 2 points, you know?
23-19 your score. Leatherman's first free throw, no good there. Mentioned earlier, she is an 87% free throw shooter. And the top 3 for best on the team. Her second one, good. The Cougars, 9 of 12 from the free throw line. They lead this one by 5, 24-19 with 1:08 remaining. Spin move. Hamill can't do nothing with it. She gives it to Zook. Back to Hamill. Step inside. No good. And Hamill's been quiet point-wise. She has 0 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for her to find her rhythm here tonight.
Abdul, when we talk about it, it's been all Sarah Fryman. She has 17 of the 19. So outside of 2 that I believe is from Aaron Moore, she's got them all. And Abdul, we got a travel here by Crow. I think there could have been an argument for a foul on the Forster defense there, but I think that's a good call on the travel instead.
Travel was saw first. Seen first, excuse me.
36 seconds left here before halftime. Huntington 1-3. The Cougars 1-3, really 1-3 apiece in this ball game. It's been quiet from deep for both teams. Turnovers have been plenty, 10 apiece. But a 5-second difference in shot clock and game clock. To Fryman they go, and Crow's going to pick up a foul here. But that's only number 1 on her. On the floor for the Cougars, Crow, McBriar, Buck, Gurka, and Kinsler. On the floor for the Foresters, Drake, Clement, Fryman, Hamill, and Robrook. Inside Hamill they go. Hamill gets her shot blocked. Kinsler got all of that one. She sent it out of bounds, but Abdul still 13 seconds for Huntington. Do you go for a quick shot, or are you looking for the last one here before halftime?
Say hold it off till halftime, honestly. Look for the last shot. Play it smart. Time is your friend in this situation.
Ball in.
Don't allow them to get the ball and, perhaps score on their end, too. And
Fryman somehow comes up with the ball. Can't get it fall. Robrock going up with it. In and out. She can't get that to fall. 3 chances for the Foresters here before halftime, and they can't get one of the shots to fall. A little bit of a heartbreaker, Abdul, but the Foresters came back.
Yes,
they were down 23-10 at one point, a 7-0 run, and that's got us at 24-19. That's going to be how it goes into halftime. We'll be back with some second half stats as well as second half action following that. I'm Ryan Lockhart with Abdul Kamara. This is HU Women's Basketball right here on FDN Sports.
A home run for right fielder Adrian Perez.
Perez started playing baseball at a young age, where he fell in love with the sport. Then, when he made it to high school, everything changed.
When I was a junior, this guy saw me in Florida playing, and he asked me if I want to stay in Florida for better education and find like a scholarship or something in the USA.
This was an offer that Perez and his parents didn't see coming, but there was another curveball on its way.
In that year, my mom got cancer. When that happened, she talked to me and said, "Oh, do you dream? Like go follow your dream. I'm gonna be fine."
So he listened to his mom and started playing for the Iowa Lake Community College Lakers in 2015. That's when he earned the nickname Big Shot. But in the midst of his great success with the Lakers,
I hurt my hamstring in a scout day in Iowa Lakes.
Perez returned to Puerto Rico for therapy in December 2017. After weeks of therapy, he walked his mom through her final days.
My mom passed away after 2 years.
To honor his mother and follow their dreams of going pro, Perez returned back to the U.S.
At that point, I got hurt, and all the school again is NAIA, but I don't want to talk to nobody. And that frame, Coach Frenson, he called me over and over and over. But all the school, the NAIA just sent me over. He was the only one he want to talk to me. So I told him, I can't play baseball right now. I just trying to rehab and everything. I said, he don't matter. I'm going to give you a good offer so you can come to Huntington University and play here, and we're going to take care about the hamstring and everything. He offered me the offer, and I didn't even call my dad. I said, okay.
So Perez and the Foresters made it official.
I signed, called my dad, tell me I think I made the right decision.
While at HU, Perez remembers that he's almost 9 hours away from his family.
The adversity just helped me go through everything in that point. My dad always watching me in the TV, so when I go to him, I make a sign, so he know he know I just want to play for them. And
Let's go! Bobby!
I am Dr. Fred Miller. I am the Department Chair of Kinesiology and also an exercise science professor at Huntington University. Huntington University is unique as far as they get a lot of one-on-one attention from the professor, helping them learn the information or helping them minister a test, whereas some universities you don't get that one-on-one from the professors. One of our themes focuses is on being a Christian and trying to be a good role model for others. We're here, we really care about the student, we want to see that student succeed, not just preparing them for their future career, but also we want to prepare them to be a servant for God. Huntington University, we have a lot of equipment that students will get an opportunity to use and experience. Some of the equipment we have include a bod pod, which is very famous. We also have other interesting equipment that students will get to use. That equipment includes a VO2 Max, a metabolic cart system. There's also a lot of equipment including other health measures. Students will get plenty of opportunity to learn how to use all this equipment, and they will get administering it to other students. Oftentimes, students who get an undergraduate degree in exercise science will go on to physical therapy school, or even they will go on to physician assistant school. And then also another common career path for students is to become a strength conditioning specialist and mainly work with athletes. Exercise science is a degree where students will gain a lot of knowledge about health, but having someone that has the knowledge and experience to help an individual to get fit, to get healthy is important. And students at Huntington University, they learn about knowledge that's credible and that's important for students to have so they can help these individuals.
Here in Huntington University's film program, we offer a one-of-a-kind experience. You'll have access to state-of-the-art equipment and the opportunity to gain practical experience on set. But what really sets us apart from other universities? While the films that we make are important to us, we give special attention to how we make them. In our film program, we understand the process behind making a film is just as important as the finished product you see on screen. And how we treat one another on set has a big impact. Which is why our program is part of the Kinema Commonwealth, a group of filmmakers dedicated to creating an environment of mutual respect that values individual artists over the bottom line. Our goal is to create excellent works of cinematic art and storytelling that both entertain and turn those involved into better people. We hold to 3 community values that make up the Kinema Manifesto. The first is respect for the individual, in which the time, energy, resources, and personal well-being of the artist are shown full respect. Artists are not just used for their talents, but embraced as collaborators. The second is respect for the community, where the natural environment, the local community, and the audience are all treated with the utmost care and respect. Filmmaking impacts not only the filmmakers, but those around us too. The third is respect for the art, because each filmmaker should be given artistic freedom to work creatively and to the best of their ability, while remembering that we are all working towards the same story. We believe that by living out these community values daily, the resulting projects will be works of passion, infused with the artistic voices of all the filmmakers. Our hope is that our students will not only practice these values during their 4 years here, but that they will take them into the professional industry and over time, revolutionize the way films are made in the United States and the rest of the world. We are striving to create leaders who pursue excellence in their craft while showing love and respect to those around them.
So Powderpuff football is 2 teams divided up by floors, and then they all have flags, so it's just a flag football game. And so we have the 2 end zones, and it's just like a regular game. We usually play 2 20-minute halves, and it's just a good time for everybody to get some football in since we don't have a football team here as a sport.
Let's go, Flames! Oh, snap!
Powderpuff to me is something that actually opened me up at Huntington.
And for me, just as a freshman, obviously, like I get to know all the different girls on my floor, and we all grow closer together.
Powderpuff just means a lot of unity between the girls on the floor and just provided a lot of good fun between all the other girls on campus as well.
Powderpuff means to me, it just signifies some of the best times that you're going to have during homecoming weekend.
What does it mean to impact your community? As a broadcast media major at Huntington University, you'll explore that question and uncover the heart of storytelling. Tell real-life stories of the world around you from day one and uncover why it matters to the campus, community, and beyond. It could be in our live TV studio through our award-winning newscast, broadcasting home athletic events, or running HU's very own radio station. You'll have the opportunity to use industry-standard equipment from 4K cameras to instant replay to better prepare you for a future career. In addition to foundational courses, you'll have the chance to specialize in church media, corporate media, news, or marketing and sales. Or spend your last summer interning in one of America's largest cities, Phoenix, Arizona. In this one-of-a-kind opportunity, you'll have a home base at Huntington University's Arizona Center for Digital Media as you launch into professional opportunities catered toward your area of interest and enjoy the sunshine in the process. Your professional network begins as soon as you become a Forester. Broadcast media majors at HU have a long-standing history of success in the job market. You'll be connected with alumni who have gone before you, not to mention all of your professors have industry experience. You've been given a gift. Why not use it to impact your world for Christ? Huntington University Broadcast Media. Real life stories, real world experiences. Impact your community.
Everything has a beginning. A moment where a dream becomes an idea, and an idea a creation. Cutting-edge creators are engaging in the ever-changing medium of digital media. But one thing never changes, and that's story. We are storytellers. Whether it's on set, in the lab, or in the field, we are always looking to understand the heart of society and explore the depths of human nature. The goal is to make captivating, moving narratives that the world will want to view and cherish. But the journey to that goal is vital. Where you learn and how you learn makes all the difference. Every great movie or broadcast has a creative body working behind it, and those artists and technicians had to learn, had to start somewhere. They needed a place to tap into their passions and train in their craft. Digital media is a living, breathing thing, consisting of a network of moving parts. Different skills are necessary for a healthy creative body. Some skills you may not have even heard of yet. And without each of those individual breathing parts, we would look and sound a whole lot like this. We need you. In Huntington University's Digital Media Arts Department, you get your hands on equipment from day one. You don't have to wait a few years to get in the studio or get on a set. In your first year, in your first semester, you'll work in supporting roles on underclassmen projects and even get to develop your own stories. So, you want to operate the Red? We can do that. Want to learn how to use a Cintiq? We got you covered. How about anchoring a live TV studio? Yeah, we got one of those too. You may not have a clear plan in mind, or may not know what your interests are yet, but your years at Huntington are time for self-discovery and to embrace your passions. One thing's for sure, the professors are always a source of encouragement and ongoing advice, who more than anything want to see you succeed and grow in those passions. You may be missing home, but rest assured, you always have a family to turn to in this department. Not only does the program grow your technical and artistic side, but it also pushes you to seek truth and grow in your walk with Christ. The power of story itself derives from Jesus. Our artistic skills and visions can be a most meaningful form of worship. The real world starts before that diploma is handed to you. You have opportunities to build up your demo reels, travel for your craft, and work with clients. We prepare you for a life in LA if you choose, possibly a career at DreamWorks, or maybe you work for a professional sports network. Our students are putting out good work and showcasing it to the world. We attend a number of conferences, festivals, and competitions each year. I'll let our awards speak for themselves. And get this, 93% of our graduates are working or in grad school. So this goes out to all the storytellers, dreamers, and artists out there, looking for a place to call home the next 4 years, while honing their creative minds and skills. So what do you say? Are you in?
It's on the... He made it! Oh my God!
Hello and welcome back inside snowy Huntington, Indiana, but beautiful Platt Arena. Abdul halftime score 24-19. We get our second half just moments away, but first half, just a few stats to point out first for the visiting Cougars. They're led scoring-wise by Gurkha with 7. We had McBriar with 4 turnovers. The Cougars 11 turnovers on the day, Huntington 10. Abdul, the Cougars shooting 33% in the first half, 10% from deep. They were 1 of 10. On the other side, Huntington 26% from the floor. That shot blocked there. Cougars lose possession. Huntington 1 of 7 from deep, but Abdul, just about all of their scoring coming from one person. Fryman, who turns the ball over there. Fryman, 17 points. 6 rebounds. And Abdul, I think Hamo was setting the pick there rather than going for the ball. Thought she had a curler coming off a pick. But the Forsters down 21-10 at one point in this ball game. That led to 23-10. But a 7-0 run in that first half. Abdul got him back in it. Kistler the 3. That's good. Number 2 on the day for the Cougars. And the third one we've seen in this ball game stretches us to a 27-19 lead.
And this is what you want to avoid, Ryan. You know, as a team, you want to make sure that you get ahead of this. You can't let the other team just start getting into this rhythm.
Moore thought about the 3. She'll give it to Bope at the elbow. That's up. No good. Buck the rebound. And Abdul, looking at our keys to the game a little bit. First for the Cougars, how have they fared in the first half with some of their keys to the game?
They've done really well with some of their keys to the game. I got to give it to them. Ryan, they're now only starting to get, comfortable at the three-point line. And McBriar actually hasn't taken any shots recently. However, they're still able to lead this game in the tremendous way that they are. And on top of that, they're getting more rebounds. They're controlling the boards. They're doing everything they can. Great take there by Moore. But, of course, Cougars are doing everything they can in their power and keeping to the keys of the game that I mentioned earlier.
But Abdul, on the other side of that, we mentioned, a fast start for the Forsters. We really didn't see that, but then in the second half, they picked it up a little bit.
Just a tatty.
What about some of their other keys to the game? How did they do with those?
Now,
3-pointer from the corner, no good there. Gurkha, though, the rebound. McBriar, she's going to shoot a 3. She misses it. Bope the rebound. Number 4 for her, but Abdul, go ahead with the keys for Huntington.
Now, as we said, we wanted Forsters to control the backboards. Now they are not necessarily behind, but St. Francis is leading them in the rebound possessions. And of course, we also want them to control their ball movement with passing and everything. Great take there by Gurkha.
That's going to lead to a 30-second timeout called by Coach Collar. 29-21 your score right here. The Cougars getting another big shot to fall. We're going to keep it right here with that 30-second timeout. Abdul, go ahead and keep running it with the keys to the game and how we've been doing.
As I've said before, Ryan, Foresters did a great job of, keeping the rebound possession, still running neck and neck with the Cougars. And now when it comes down to assists, you have Huntington, 4 assists, Cougars, 3 assists. And, of course, the quick start, like you said, we didn't really see it in the first half, but we saw it more so in the second, hoping that they can carry it over to this third. But in terms of the rebounds and assists, the Foresters are keeping neck and neck, but it's not really capitalizing or making a huge difference in the game in terms of scoring.
And Abdul, as I look through the first half stats, one of the key things to me, I thought it was interesting. St. Francis, their last bucket was with 6:44 to go in the second quarter. That was what helped Huntington get to such a big run there. The Foresters on the other side, they had a few chances late, but couldn't get anything. Their last bucket with 1:36 before halftime, but now in the second half, the Cougars coming out quick, outscoring Huntington 5-2. They hold on to this 8-point lead right now into Bope. They go off the glass, and Bope gets it to fall.
Beautiful, beautiful pick and roll there by Bope. I like that one.
Alex Bope, the only other Forester to score other than Fryman. She's got 4 points now.
And Ryan, another thing you see here, as you're asking me about the transitions in terms of substitutions by the Cougars, how that makes an impact. This is what I'm talking about. You see, Cougars they have a lot more people who scored on their team compared to the Foresters. We're only relying on Fryman and now Bope to score, which is not okay.
They go to Gurka and low. She gets one off 1 foot, no good. Ball finds its way to Deutsch. She's credited with the rebound. And Abdul, they had Gurka wide open. Now up to Bope they go. Ball gonna be off Bope. As Crow went down there. That's going to be a turnover for Huntington.
Forrester's now going to play the full press court. Doyle was hoping that ball would be a nice assist there. Oh, great steal there by Hamill. Unable to capitalize.
Hamill with the steal. The foul's going to be on number 20, Buck. She fouled her after that steal. Buck, a senior from Homestead, right down the road here. Three-pointer up, no good there. Fryman couldn't get that one to fall. Huntington trails 29-23 with 6:12 remaining in this third quarter. Abdul, we've mentioned the Foresters and their big defensive possessions. They've come up. 3 by Kinsler, that's no good. Foresters, another big defensive possession there. Hamill looking to turn it into points. Handoff, Fryman inside the line. No good there.
Dang, Bope just unable to really capitalize there on that rebound. She was trying to pick it out to one of her teammates, but just missed the ball.
And Abdul, she's got 5 points or 5 rebounds tonight. Her and Fryman both doing quite a bit of work on the boards. Crow a three-pointer, that's no good. High off the iron. Hamill off and running. We talked about the track meet. To Fryman, no good there. Fryman somehow gets it back, and she gets her own putback. 25-29, the Foresters down 4.
With a player like Fryman, you don't expect anything less.
Abdul, we talked about how big she's been for the Foresters this season. She's stepping up big in this game right now.
Yes, sir. With leading her team in scores, it's amazing how she's still able to just capitalize on her own rebounds and still get the double takes.
Gurka, open 3, that's no good. She can't make Boat pay. And the Foresters now, their defense helping them get back into this game. Abdul, we know the Foresters are strong defensively. Foul going to be called down here, down low. The Cougars on the season have scored 1,467 points before this ball game, Abdul. Huntington defensively has only allowed 1,213. So about a 250-point difference there. So you can tell, the Foresters' defense compared to that offensive scoring from the Cougars is in Huntington's favor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And if they play it strong against this squad, they can win this game.
Buck gets a hand on that one from Moore. Ball finds its way back to her up the left side of the floor. She goes. Had Crawford down low. Now they go to her. Bope, good help defense there. They give it off. Leatherman, Bope got a hand on it. Abdul, I'm giving her a block. They said it was a foul, but that was a block all day. I wish we had our replay monitor right here, Abdul, in front of us.
That would be nice to watch.
Alex Bope gonna be called for foul there. That should be foul number 3 on her. On the floor for Huntington, Bope, Moore, Fryman, Doy, and Hamill. Second one by Leatherman, good. Cougars extend this 31-25, they lead. On the floor for St. Francis, Crawford, McBriar, Buck, Gurka, Leatherman. St. Francis has made the runs to get the lead. Huntington hasn't led at all in this ball game. Hand off to Moore. Hamill with it. 10 on the clock. Forster's not really finding anything here. Abdul Hamill, a three-pointer. That's no good. Bope trying to fight for the rebound. She can't.
And of course, Hamill just a little bit more power than might have went in. You know, I saw that it was a line drive. She had the perfect aim and angle, but unable.
Ball gets tipped there by Bope, and that's gonna stay here. 6-point lead still for the Cougars. Under 4 minutes go here in this third quarter. The Cougars lead at 7-6 in this third quarter. Abdul, we do have the president in the house. Dr. Emberton's here. Always nice to see the sport that Forster Athletics brings out. Now Doy gets a hand on this one. They're going to call a foul on her.
Definitely not intentional, but hey.
Loose ball foul, and Abdul, that's one of those fouls that can go either way. Gurka now going to take a seat. Crow back in for her.
Yes, sir. That just shows the importance of training on your balance, you know, agility. That's all back to training, in my opinion.
Gurka sitting down as their leading scorer with 9 points. Fryman, the leader of the ball game, 19 for Huntington. Her career high is 35, Abdul. Let's see if she can get around that. Now Buck looking for some help, kicks it outside. 3 on the clock, shot by Crow. No good, that's going to be an air ball.
Shot was a little rushed there, and you can see what happens, you know, when you take a rush shot, of course, you're not planning, you're not prepared, you're not really aiming properly.
And Abdul, a good job by the Huntington bigs. Once Buck kind of got in the short corner, they really trapped her, didn't give her any option. Now Fryman going inside, off the glass.
Beautiful.
Fryman, give her 2 more.
There, man. Fryman definitely knowing what she was going to do with that one as soon as she got it, and she capitalized for her
21 points on the day for her, Abdul. What a ball game. 21 of the 27 in this one. Aaron Moore's got 2 and Bope's got 4. And Leatherman's got to travel. Another turnover here. That's number 14 for the Cougars. Substitutions here. Crawford, Leatherman, Buck all sit down. McBriar, Kinsler, number 31 will all check in. The Forster's going to go through their substitutions. We're going to see Moore, Doy, and number 55 Bope sit down. Zook, Rongos, and Drake all in for Huntington. Abdul, both teams substituting 3 different players. It's been interesting to see how the Cougars sub quite a bit, and now the Forsters been going to that to keep some of their girls. Fryman shot no good there. Hamill the rebound. She puts it back up off the glass.
Great.
Somehow she gets the teardrop to fall.
Come on now. That's what you had to be doing. This is the exact energy they needed in the first half. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Abdul, if you're not on the edge of your seat right now, I don't know how you're not. It's a 2-point ball game. 31-29, your Forsters are down. They fought back in this one. McBriar an open 3. That's too strong. Will under the hoop was wide open. 2 girls closed out on McBriar.
Forster's kind of dropped the ball on that one, man. They just left her open for that. It's not a sight you want to see, but we'll see if they can capitalize and still get back in this game. Of course, Fryman now with the shot, just unable to capitalize again.
The 3-pointers have been off for the Forsters. They're 1 of 9 on the day. Fryman herself, 1 of 4 from deep. Buck and Gurka checking back in at this dead ball. Huntington putting on that full court pressure. And the Cougars able to trap rather easily here. 33-29 is your score, 1:23 on the clock. McBriar somehow splits the defense, and we get a foul call once again.
A great take there by Briar, because she had the option to pass it out. But of course she took it in, and it worked to her advantage. She's at the line now. Let's see if she can make these free ones count.
And Abdul, that's number 3 on Rongos. Shot no good. Free throw missed by McBriar. 11 of 15 are the Cougars right now. Make that 12 of 16. And Abdul, the Forsters have played good defense. It's just been some of the fouls that have really hurt their defensive possessions.
Exactly. And you're hoping they could be wiser and smarter, but it all takes time, patience.
Motion offense here from the Forsters. Hamill looking to switch lanes. Inside to Drake she goes. Drake puts it up, gets her shot blocked. Both Kistler and Kane were right there. Excuse me. And now Buck will bring it up. Zook picks her up. Under a minute to go in this one. Buck driving inside to Zook. Zook gonna be called for the foul. Number 2 on her.
I gotta give it to the Cougars. They're playing smart ball here. If they don't see an open man, they're driving, looking for the foul, and it's working for them.
That foul called on the floor, so Buck won't go to the line. Right inside, they get it to her. Inside they go. Travel gonna be called here. That was about an obvious one on Whitney Will.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Foresters looking for a big bucket here, Abdul. Now Coach Kohler. Well, I believe Fryman. I believe we're going to get a stoppage of play because Fryman had blood on her, maybe? She went to the bench immediately, and Aaron Moore checking in, so I think that's what we're going to go with, Abdul.
That's a nice story.
I'm sure the kids would believe it. Zook, a nice move, had McBriar for a minute. 20 on the game clock, 12 on the shot clock. Ron goes down low, step back, puts that up, in and out. Hamill gets the rebound. Out to Zook they go. Abdul, shot clock is turned off. 5, Hamill, the spin inside. Moore right in the paint. Rongos looking to go up with it. She can't. The Forsters can't get a shot up. And that's how this third quarter ends. 34-29. Abdul, at the end of every quarter so far, Huntington's had looks, but haven't been able to convert.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be how the third ends. We'll see if the Forsters can pull the comeback off in the fourth quarter. 34-29 your score. This is HU Women's Basketball right here on FDN Sports. Hello and welcome back inside snowy Huntington, Indiana, but once again, beautiful Platt Arena. Abdul, we got a close one on our hands, 34-29. The number 21 Huntington University's trailed the number 11 St. Francis Cougars. Huntington trying to pull off the upset, and Abdul, as the Crossroads League looks before this ball game, Taylor sat atop, number 5 Taylor at 9-0. Then Marion at 7-2. St. Francis tied at 7-2 at second. Indiana Wesleyan 6-3. Grace 5-4. Huntington and Mount Vernon, both 4-5. 2-7 Spring Arbor. And then we got 1-8 Goshen. You see a charge call here on Zook. And Bethel sitting winless at 0-9 at the bottom.
Wow.
Now I think we're going to have the officials talk about this call just for a moment here. That's Zook's 3rd foul. And they're going to stay here with it. Coach Kohler not happy with the call, and I think rightfully so, Abdul. Crow back to Buck. They finally get it across to Crawford. They get it back to Buck. She's out around the spike line. They look inside. Leatherman against Fryman. A travel on her. Another big turnover, number 17 on the day for the Cougars. And Abdul really missed 3-pointers and turnovers. Could about sum up this whole ball game for both teams, not just one, for both teams. Definitely a low-scoring affair here. 34-29 your score. Fryman a little tape on that left arm, excuse me. I believe that was the reason for her coming out at the end of the 3rd quarter.
Fryman working, man. She's working, man. She's not having the shot. She's going in for the foul. She's doing everything she can to keep her girls in this game.
Fryman at the free throw line. First one in and out. Fryman is a 91% free throw shooter. Second one up. Good there. The Forcers at the free throw line. That makes their first miss of the day. They're 3 of 4 from the line. And Abdul, we talked about it early in our pregame. The last matchup, the Forcers weren't able to shoot a lot of free throws. Now a steal here. Hamel inside Fryman. The turn. She can't get that one to fall. Rongo's got a hand on it.
That was a great execution, though, I got to say. From the steal to the pass, just if you're capitalizing, we'll be saying a different story.
Up to Crow they go, and a turnover, Abdul. And Abdul, you talked about a good job by Huntington. Just a little bit more of execution from Fryman on that play. She would have been able to get that to drop. But Abdul, we're only in a 4-point ball game right now.
Yes, sir.
Fryman has 22 of the 30 for Huntington. Rongos shot no good there. Fryman trying to get a hand on it. She can't. Crawford with it. She'll give it back up to Buck. And Abdul, unfortunately, we forgot to mention early in this contest, Sarah Fryman only needed 3 points to pass Gina Donaldson for number 8 on the all-time scoring list. Well, with 22, she did that. 30-second timeout here. It's going to be called by Coach Jason Ridge. And Abdul, we're going to go ahead and keep it right here. 36-30, the score of this ball game. And Abdul, the Forcers, no doubt not out of this one, but only shooting 27% from the field. What does Huntington need to do to, get their offensive motion going?
Honestly, Ryan, they have to start playing the ball smarter. Stop rushing everything. Look for the better pass. Look for the better pass. Keep moving, They're doing it now. You see it a little bit. If you don't see the shot, going for the foul. And like I said, you can see it a little bit. They're doing it, but it needs to be more aggressive and more strong.
Leading scorers for both teams, it's Gurka for the Cougars, Fryman for Huntington. Fryman 22, Gurka 11. Leading rebounder and assister is Buck for the Cougars. She's got 6 rebounds, 2 assists. On the other side for Huntington, Fryman leading rebounder with 8, Hamill 2 assists. So below her, league leading 5.6. Skip pass to Doy. Around 8 minutes left here. Fryman the step back. Can't get it to fall, but they're going to say Crawford fouled her.
Again, but you see that ball movement there. You know, the girls running around, keep the ball moving, keep the ball passing. Don't be predictable.
Doy, the inbounder, she gets it into Hamill. Hamill gets a step. Aaron Moore gathers, leaves it short. And Rongos got fouled down low. I believe they're going to call Gurkha, and they are. That's Gurkha's second foul of the game. Abdul Kara Gurkha, a two-time All-NAIA player. Ball gets into Fryman. She'll kick it out. Doy inside the three-point line. That's no good. Hamill the rebound. Huntington extending this possession. But Abdul, no points coming out of it.
At all. You see Fryman trying to gather her team together. Whoa.
Fryman gets around the double team, gives it to Moore. Ball tipped. It's going to stay here, but with 6 on the shot clock.
Boy, got tossed on a little check there. I don't know if you capped that, but, you know, speak for my girl.
6 seconds. 6 seconds.
7:37 on the game clock. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Rongos in trouble. She'll shoot it. No good. Hamill skies in for the offensive rebound. And they give it right to Buck. Abdul, 12 offensive rebounds for the Forcers. Leatherman going up, and she gets an easy layup off the glass. 38-30 your score inside Platt Arena.
Of course. Forcers had to slow the ball down. Time is on their side. They just got to make sure that their shots are counting. And, of course, like I said, Hamill doing exactly that. Fryman doing it. You see the team now getting collective. There you go.
Thought about the handoff to Fryman. Up and under by Hamill. Finally gets it to go.
And that's what she needs to be attacking.
Hamill's first points of the day there, Abdul. Would you believe if I told you before the game I would have said that in the fourth quarter?
I would not have believed you. If you're truly asking me that question.
Buck finds McBriar. Left wing, she dribbles back. Middle of the key. In the paint now, looking for some room. An extra step, Abdul. Coach Ridge trying to argue that's the step through. We see Alex Bope do it. The official not letting him win that one. And Abdul, now the other official is going to get to hear it here.
For sure. Man, the life of a ref wouldn't be me.
Doy with it down low to Fryman. Fryman the step back. That's no good. Hamill tried getting that offensive rebound. Hamill's got 6 rebounds total. Gurkha, three-pointer, that's on its way. That's no good. But Crawford skies up over Fryman for the rebound. Abdul Fryman went down there as Crawford did the up and under. Looks to be something around the lower leg. The trainers go out to her immediately. Your score 40-32 here inside Platt Arena.
Down by 8. Let's see what they can do. With 6 minutes on the clock, you have time. Let's hope Fryman's okay, though.
And Abdul Fryman down here for an extended minute. She's got 22 points in this ball game.
And the stadium goes quiet.
Avnel Barrow, a student trainer. Was Chris out there helping. Chris Byrne, the other trainer. We have a really good training staff here at Huntington, and Abdul, I don't think we thank them enough.
For sure, man. You know, you always got to watch out for athletes, keep them healthy, keep them strong. The fact that they're able to, come from their homes and do this is amazing.
Fryman looked like she had a little limp in her step. Right to the locker room, well, the hallway at least she'll go. Abdul would try to keep you posted on any updates from that, but
thank you.
With 6 minutes remaining, just under 6, the Foresters lose 22 of their 32 points. So, Abdul, who's it go to now? Hamill looking to be the one that answers that.
Thank you. I didn't even have to say anything. Thank you, Hamill, for doing my job.
Cindy Entgroin checked in for Fryman. Entgroin, the other senior on this ball club. Gurkha now in trouble, gets it off to Buck.
For sure. But, like, Ryan, this is what we're talking about. No gap defense. Everybody stay on your man. Don't double team. Just stay guarded. Stay heavy. Stay planted, You can't let them double team and then allow them to find that one person to get open.
Crawford kicks to the corner to Buck. 3 on the clock. She'll put up a shot. No good. Engroin comes up with the rebound. Hamill pushing it up left side. Looks to the middle. She'll go to the middle now. Right wing, Doi. Under 5 on the clock. Rongos, the freshman. She's in the ball game here. Engroin looking to spin inside against Gurka. Gets a shot up. Nothing there.
She wanted to see it. It was a smart take, but just unable to capitalize there.
Inside the Cougars go. They get a shot up, and they're going to go to the line for another one. The freshman, Leatherman. She's got 9 points in this ball game. She's looking for double digits. And Abdul, that's going to be foul number 4 on Rongos.
And this is where it gets kind of pushy, you know. Foul number 4, those are numbers you don't want to touch. Those are, you know, Titus Waters.
Free throw no good there. And Groin with the rebound, but Doi going to bring it up. And Abdul, I told you I'd give you that update.
Is it coming?
Fryman, she just come to the scores table, so I think she's going to be checking back in. Shot no good by Hamill. Tries to get a hand on it. Buck's going to bring it up and slow it down.
See Cougars playing that mentality of realizing that the clock is not their friend necessarily. And wow, I take that back. Spoken too soon.
And Abdul, the Cougars now up 12 in this ball game. About 4 minutes remaining. Abdul, 4 timeouts left for Coach Kohler, not electing to use one to get Fryman back in the game. Hamill with the ball outside, 12-point ball game here, 10-point, 44-34. Make that single digits now. Moore gets that shot to go. That's going to be 4 points for her on the day. Fryman's going to come in here at the break. 44-36 your score, 32nd timeout taken by head coach Lori Kohler. And Abdul, it's only a 30, so we're going to stay right here with us. We're not going to break, Abdul. We can't.
Why would we?
It just wouldn't make sense for us.
Exactly. And I need the hours.
Now, Abdul, Fryman going to check back in here, but the Forster's still down 8. She's been the answer up to this point, 22 of the 36.
Yes, sir.
Other than being injured, Abdul, she hasn't checked out of the ball game
at all. She has.
Do the Forsters still look to her, or is it Sam Hamill who's got a shot the last few times to fall? Do they look for her?
In my opinion, the Forsters need to look to the entire team. You know, yes, Fryman is doing her thing and she's the hottest player on the court right now. However, if you're not looking at the team, you keep putting that pressure on her. You know, you're only as strong as your weakest link, and if the team's the weakest link, that's a problem.
Forster's in a good defensive trap here. Now get the ball tipped around. More to Doi they went. Doi lost it, but gets it back here. Hamill, a nice spin. Kick out to Doi. And Abdul, I thought Doi was going up for it. Ron goes to travel. Huntington able to first force that turnover, but then turn the ball over themselves. Abdul, 20 turnovers for the Cougars, 15 for Huntington. McBriar had a chance to dribble at the basket. She'll look to dribble it out instead a little bit.
Of course, now we've seen this time and time again. Cougars grabbing the ball and slowing the clock down, you know, letting the clock run.
Gurka going inside against Fryman, doesn't win that battle.
Gurka able to get back up and keep pushing.
Up to Hamill, they kick it. Hamill looked for the step back. They find Rongos. Under 3 to go. Hamill, one dribble inside, no good.
Out and in. And we've seen that a lot too by the Foresters. A lot of shots that, you know, seem like they're going to fall, but just don't go all the way in.
Abdul, Huntington shooting 27% from the field. Cougars get the ball inside. In the paint they go. Rongos was standing strong in the paint. They're going to say she arched her hands a little bit. That's going to be foul number 5 on her. Rongos going to sit down. Held scoreless in this game, but 4 rebounds to go along with it. Rongos good minutes off the bench. Lena was 0 of 4 from the field. Now at the line, Leatherman. 87% at the line is what she shoots. Second one, no good there. Abdul, I'm going to credit the broadcaster's curse to that one there.
Hey, you're not lying.
36-45 the score. Doya, 3 from the corner, no good.
No.
And Moore able to poke it out. And that went off of Huntington.
Unfortunately.
Abdul, I think the official tricked everybody in the arena here. You heard a little hum. Like everybody was going to get excited and a hush over the crowd. Cougars get the ball across. And able to stop it here. Just over 2 minutes, Abdul. Huntington not electing the foul, still too early. This ball going the other way. Legal screen by 40 Leatherman. Freshman picking up a foul there. That's number 3. Excuse me, that's number 1 on her.
Ryman now bringing out the ball. This is where Forrest just had to capitalize. If now
they're going to call 3 seconds in the lane on Bope. And Abdul, every time Huntington's able to get the Cougars to turn the ball over, they do the same thing right back and give it right back to them.
This is a game of who can slap harder.
So far, I'd say the Cougar Paw has won this one.
And we'll see. I mean, I'm not going to give up. Can't give up on the Foresters just yet here. Now, Buck is being real smart here, man. Just Cougars being able to let this clock run down is such a detriment to the Foresters and their possible chance of winning.
Gurka, Fryman all over her. Somehow the ball finds its way to Bope. The shot clock went off. I think everybody was confused momentarily.
Just a tad bit, you know. And there we go. Fryman now hitting the shots that she's been looking for all game.
Moore gets a hand on that one. Ball looked to be going out of bounds.
Both tried to get down there, but wasn't fast enough.
Good job by Erin Moore to get her hand on that one. McBriar comes in for number 4, Crawford. They get it into McBriar. Under a minute to go here. 45-38 your score.
And now
Doy trying to poke the ball away from Buck, but just can't get it, Abdul.
Honestly, she's toying with her, it looks like. Oh, wow.
Out to Gurka they go. 3-pointer, no good by her. Hamill
with the open fast
She's
break.
off and running. Looked like she was going to take some contact. She didn't. And Abdul, we got a 5-point ball game with 34 seconds remaining.
Come on now, you know what that means? That's a 3-point or a foul. You know, either one, whichever comes first, I'll take it.
Coach's timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Abdul, once again, we're going to keep it right here. Sam Hamill lighting up the scoreboard. All 8 points here in the fourth quarter. Abdul, it was all Sarah Fryman, but Sarah going a little quiet lately, letting Sam step up. Fryman does have 9 rebounds, though, so on the verge of that double-double. And Abdul, 45-40 your score right now.
Yes, sir.
So far, the Cougars have been pretty good at the free throw line, 13 of 19. Now, percentage-wise, that's only 68%, so just a touch under 70.
Honestly, last game, that was exactly their percentage last game here. It's quite funny if you ask me.
If you would have to send somebody to the free throw line for the Cougars, it definitely would not be, you know, McBriar. I think Gurka would be the one, and we have a full timeout now. So, Abdul, we're going to keep it here even longer now.
Yeah.
Full timeout called by head coach Jason Ridge.
I would actually send Will to the line if I were you, my guy. 2 for 2. She's doing what she can do. And Savannah Buck, you know, both of them. But then again, though, you know, that's just the scary thing about the Cougars. They have depth. And unfortunately, the Foresters have not been able to use their depth to their advantage as they would like to. So.
And Abdul, I think if you're Huntington, I think you really almost have to try to let them get the ball to Kara Gurka and foul her. On the season, she only shoots 55% from the line.
Yeah.
So not one of those, you know, members of the really more reliable from the line club. And down 5, you're definitely going to have to foul here. 34 seconds remaining in this ball game.
Let's see if they can get the steal here. Look to Hamill to see if she can do this.
Erin Moore going to be the one guarding the inbounder. They get it into McBriar.
She was right there.
And the Foresters looking to foul. It's going to be Fryman that does. That's foul number 3 on Fryman. McBriar on the season, 76% from the line. With only 14 fouls, Huntington's got to foul again. They do. They foul Kistler. She's going to go to the line. That's going to be on Bope. That foul number 3 on Bope. Not sure how that was on Bope if she just checked in. Oh, Abdul, my bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
They called that one on Erin Moore.
Yeah. It's okay.
That is Erin Moore's second free throw. Second foul, excuse me.
There we go.
Hey, I'll get it figured out here eventually.
You know,
Fryman with the rebound. And Abdul, 25 on the clock. They look to hand it off to her.
Whoa!
Big screen set by Bope there. Sends McKenzie to the ground. Foresters and Cougars both fighting for the ball. And Coach Jason Ridge not happy about the screen. Abdul McKenzie just got blindsided by Bope there.
Yeah, definitely something heavy. No, give her the credit for getting up, okay? I'm going to clap for that one. Strong girl.
Abdul, it happened right in front of us. It did not look like a dirty screen to me. It's going to be a 30-second timeout by head coach Jason Ridge, though, with 16.3 remaining. McKenzie does look to be all right. Fryman went over to her after she was able to get up and consoled her a little bit. But Abdul, 40-46, 16 seconds remaining. Is it time to start thinking now, or is there still a chance for Huntington? You know, they were able to get the Cougars to go 1 of 1 at the free throw line just a second ago.
Yeah, you're right. You know, you're not lying there, but this is, what I'm looking at is 2 threes, excuse me. You know, and some overtime.
Some free basketball is what you're looking for.
I always love a good game, you know.
Abdul coming into this one, the Cougars on a 4-game win streak. Now Hamill, she gets hit by a screen. Foul gonna be on Doy. And Abdul, the Foresters, able to foul with 15.6 remaining. Abdul mentioned the 4-game win streak for St. Francis coming into this ball game. On the other side for Huntington, they're in a 3-game losing streak. A 5-point loss to Indiana Wesleyan, 8 to Marion, and 15 to Taylor.
Now, that was the person who did not win on the line, Buck. As we said prior, she's 2 for 2, now 4 for 4. 100% from the line. And with the steal again, Ryan, whenever you're ready.
Crawford, the freshman, able to get that to go with 4.7 remaining. It's a 10-point ball game, and Hamill's just going to let that one dribble out. 50-40, number 11 survives the upset bid from your Huntington Foresters. Abdul, a good game by the Cougars.
Great game.
We're going to go to a little break here because we're going to have an interview with Coach Culler right after this, so we'll see you on the other side of the break. Ryan Lockhart, Abdul Kamara, don't go anywhere. We'll have the Forster post-game show up next.
The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program is the appeal the program has across the country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii, California, Washington. We've got several recruits coming up from Texas and Louisiana. Men's team, women's team, it doesn't matter. Everybody is really a close-knit type group. If they do fall behind in classes, they absolutely have to come to us, find them tutors. We'll find somebody on the team that can help them with classes, and we will make any and all necessary things and adjustments for them to catch up on their studies. Any player that's gone through this program in the past is just as much part of our family group now as they were when they bowled. And that's something that's really special and different about our program from a lot of other programs.
Ryan Lockhart here with head coach Lori Cullerin. Coach, the team dropping one today to St. Francis, but your girls showed great grit really all throughout the ball game and played tough. They hung around all ball game long. What do you take from this loss?
Well, I mean, we just continued to get better and better defensively, and that was so visible today. You know, holding a team like that to, you know, basically 40 points, 45 points, or whatever it was. You know, that's tough to do in this league. We give ourselves a chance to win. You know, unfortunately, we couldn't buy a basket today. You know, we had some good looks, you know, just about every possession, it seemed like, or at least a lot of them. But, you know, there are just going to be some days where the ball just doesn't go in, and unfortunately, that was one of those times today.
Now, Coach, you guys have Spring Arbor coming up next. What do you guys need to do to right the ship and get a win against them?
Well, you know, I think probably we need to just keep working on trying to finish shots. I mean, you look at a stat sheet, we do a lot of other things well. We out-rebounded them, we had fewer turnovers, you know, lots of good things defensively, but, you know, ultimately we don't win games if we don't shoot the ball well. So that's the part you got to figure out, and I'm not sure I have the answers to that just yet.
Coach, as always, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And we're going to send it back to Abdul for our final game wrap-up.
Thank you, Ryan. And out here now, looking at the teams at the game, you see the Foresters doing a great job of just being able to solidify the rebounds and steals in the game as well as the lack of turnovers, Ryan. You know, compared to the Cougars, Huntington only had 18 turnovers while the Cougars had 22. And of course now you see with the three-point percentage, Foresters were only able to score 7% from the three-point line compared to Cougars who scored 10%. Both teams didn't really, you know, weren't able to really be effective, but they did what they could, and Cougars came on top on that terms. And from the free throw line, of course, Cougars took way more shots than the Foresters with 69% from the line, and compared to the Foresters with 75% with only three or four made.
Leading scorer for the Cougars, Gurka with 13. Leading rebounder and assister was Buck, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. On the other side for Huntington, Hamill, the leading assister with 2, well below her season average of 5.6. And leading scorer and rebounder with a double-double today, Sarah Fryman, 22 points, 11 rebounds. And Abdul, she moved up into 8th place on the all-time scoring list. So congratulations for the double-double and moving up. But the Foresters dropped this one to number 11 St. Francis by 10, 50-40 the final score. Abdul, we want to tell all the fans, make sure you join us on our men's broadcast. You'll have to jump over on another UPaid YouTube channel and check that game out, but that's going to be coming up in about 20 minutes on that page for the whole crew here. We got to thank them all, Abdul. We had Sydney Fife in the back, Kobe Solms, Katie Dorsey out here on camera. For my man Abdul, I'm Ryan Lockhart. We had a great game today between two high-ranked Crossroads League teams. Forster's not able to come out victorious. We'll see you on the other side for the men's game. This has been HU Women's Basketball right here on FDN Sports.
Yeah, you.